This video is brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you.
What is up, everybody? It has been a minute. First off, I want to give a huge shout out to our patrons. We have officially, I'd like to shout out George Elliott,
my father,
SpongeBoy Me Bob, or I think it's just SpongeBoy, let me double check, and Ghost Pants. As we continue moving forward, the reason why I want to thank these three individuals is because they helped us reach our goal, $20 a month. Part of this video is I'm going to break down finances, what those are in regards to YouTube, the different ways a YouTuber can make money. My goal is to be as transparent about money is going to you guys. Right now we're making $28 a month, which is $8 over our goal. Thank you very much. Alright, I'm thinking what I'm going to do, I'm going to break down how different YouTubers can make their money and why we're going the route that we're going. First and foremost, everyone knows that you can have ads on YouTube. So you have to make, actually there's 4 requirements. So number 1, you have to have 0 active community guideline strikes, which is a dilemma and a half enough, but I can tell you right now, you're more than likely going to get a warning more than you are going to get a strike. So, but at least from my experience, I've had a lot of claims, but no strikes, and those are 2 different things. You have to have 2-step verification, which is not that difficult to pull off. You just got to activate it, put in your second form of verification, you're good to go. Now the next 2 ones are the hard one. You have to get 1,000 subscribers and reach 4,000 watch hours. That's the hard part, is making the content that can get you those hours and can get you those subscribers. So with that said, please like and subscribe. The reason why we're not going this route is because, well, we haven't reached those achievements. We know this is what we want to do, especially me. I want to be in media production in general. I love this stuff. I eat it up. It is so much fun. Another route is merch. We do have something going on with Redbubble. Redbubble is a website where you can put in your artwork, and then they slap that artwork onto all of these different items, shower curtains, mugs, whatever. So if you've fallen in love with a given design, you can get that design on anything you want. The only issue we're having is that, number 1, I am not an artist. The friends that I've talked to about doing art for this kind of merch, they are too busy in their schedules and they don't really know how much they would want to charge me for their art. So that's one of those things where it's an ongoing thing. And on top of that, if we do want to sell merchandise, I want to actually try to make it local. So right now in the town that I just moved to, I need to go look and see what shops there are. And I also have to make sure that there is a knowledge of knowing that somebody's going to go buy this thing. One of the things that we're also trying to do when it comes to 3D printing and cosplay, since that's another thing that we're into, is I want to try to get some helmet kits out to people at a low price so that way I get more people into the hobby, because that's my other half of the dream is that I want to be able to do my hobbies and I want to help people get into these hobbies. We've elected to go the Patreon route. Now Patreon, like GoFundMe and maybe a couple other websites, I can't name off the top of my head, is donation based. It is patronage based. It's like, if you really believe in what we do, you can donate some of your money and that goes to us to provide an income, or for right now, that's the budget of what our films are. So right now that $30 a month gets thrown into a PayPal account that literally we only use it for film. So none of it goes to me personally, none of it goes to anybody else personally, it just goes into the next ongoing project, which right now is Mando and Sheep. We reached the goal, and I've had a lot of talks with my friends about what we want to do in regards to the 3 YouTube channels, the Twitch, all of it. How do we move forward from here? What should our next goal be on the Patreon? That number that I want to try to reach to next is $120 a month. The reason for that is because I want to be able to get some money back to the people helping me. To break it down further, here's the math, right? So you have $120. I personally budget on the 50-30-20 rule. And what that is that 50% of your paycheck goes to needs, 30% goes to wants, 20% goes into savings. And this is how we're building it, because if it's built on a percentage, it's easily scalable, and then we don't have to really reevaluate our, what we're trying to do is at least start off where I can at least get my people a meal. And so I've got Mia, who is willing to come back and edit gaming videos for us, so we can go back on a weekly gaming video thing on the gaming channel, and the other person who's willing to help me is Nick, and he wants to help me here and more around this, and now we live in the same city, so that part of that update is me, Josh, and Nick all live in the same city. Nick I have under a fill column because he doesn't entirely know what he wants to do, but he's down to help anywhere he feels like it. All of what I just described to you comes out of the 50%, the needs, and so the way that the math is that if I want to get $20 to each person, me, Mia, and Nick, that's that's $60 in total. So that's half of the total, which then gets us to 120. Now, the last bit of the numbers out of the 120, so the 30% out of 120 is, I don't remember off the top of my head, is $36.90. $36.90 every month would just go into the next project's budget. Mando and Chief, Luke versus Nick 2, all of that stuff. That budget would go to there, making costumes or getting materials, new equipment, whatever we need in order to make that film possible. The last 20%, the last $23.10 would actually go into savings. We're going to put that towards more expensive equipment to make a film. That's where that 20% would go. And actually part of my actual paycheck goes into that. So I can tell you right now, that's $64.93, which I know doesn't sound a lot, but that's how little of my paycheck I can put away. I can only put away 4% of my paycheck. I'd like to be able to get to $120 a month, so that way I can start off by being able to at least pay for a meal for the people helping me out. Mia literally carried the Couch Party Inc. channel, the gaming channel, so if you haven't seen any of that, I'm going to put a link in the description and a link in the end card, but totally go check that out as well as her channel, because she literally hard carried us through a majority of that. Over half of those subscribers I think we got just from her editing, thank God. And then Nick's been really influential in coming up with the story and what to do for Mando and Chief, because a lot of it is that I get stuck, I throw him whatever line I've got, and he's improvising back to me, and so we're able to do that. If you got any questions, go ahead and message me on Patreon or leave a comment about the financials and what our goals are. I'd love to answer them. And one of our other goals, so if you want to be able to keep track of everything we're doing, I recommend coming to our Discord. I'll have a link in the description, but we'd like to be able to turn on the server discovery in our server, but we have to get 1,000 members. So if you're interested, come check out our Discord, come hang out with us, see the crap that we're pulling. It's a lot of fun, and we literally post everything. Any update on anything is in that Discord. So if you want to be up to date, go check out our Discord. With that, we'll see you guys later.